Hello, we're gonna go over more evidence in my notebooks that I am Lain Iwakura. So this notebook is the language of Nor, illustrated. So this is, if you could write Nor down, this would be Nor. So I've spoken about this notebook before, but I have three notebooks here, and we're gonna go over all of them. So this is what um, words in the language of Nor look like when you write them down. So this all came to me in one day. I just figured out how to write this in like one day. And like you see, there's actually like a sort of rhythm to all of these words. Like it sort of starts small and goes into this kind of like galaxy shit. So it's like galaxy writing or something. Like look at this letter. Very interesting. And they all have this sort of structure. And I can read this to you, and I don't feel like translating it. I translated it on the other video I made. It's called The Concept of Death. Just watch that video, but let me read this to you. So I think that's the same way I read it before, just like I read it a little bit faster than I did before. And I'm not going to go over everything I wrote in these notebooks, but we're just going to mostly go over the Nor here. Um, okay, there's nothing. All right, so in this notebook, I've got some Nor. So there's actually two ways to write the language of Nor. And there's actually a translation at the bottom here of what the fuck I wrote here in this paragraph, but we're not going to read all this shit. And then this is another way to write Norse, sort of similar to South Korean, the way South Korean looks. And it's more like a runes, like a sort of moon runes kind of shit. I don't speak moon runes, bitch. And here's another example. It sort of looks like South Korean. This is another way to write the language of Nor, and I can read this in Nor also. And there's a translation at the bottom. Um, yeah, my handwriting wasn't as good back then, but this is what the fuck I've got. Um, all this. Here's some more Nor. That's some wild fucking Nor. Here's some more fucking Nor on the page here. That's some Nor. I don't think my handwriting was as good back then. The first notebook I showed you was the handwriting was better. Because my handwriting wasn't very good when I started doing this. Um, yeah, just Nor on top of Nor here. Yeah, my handwriting was not nearly as good. I think that's. I'm looking for a specific. Yeah, okay, so I can't find what I was looking for, but I've made videos about this before that you can look at. Here's some fucking Nor. That's some fucking serious Nor, bro. Okay. And yeah, I think you get the idea. So it was honestly in this notebook, the handwriting is a lot better. I wasn't as good at handwriting back then. And this is just, I think this is when I started writing um, my book, what's it called? Norism in a nutshell. And I was writing it down in a notebook. And these are all my thoughts for Norism in a nutshell. That's not really, that's my book. I've spoken about that before. So that's all the evidence I have for this video. I'm gonna post another video with more evidence that I'm Lain Iwakura because I'm really trying to get a point across here. I'm gonna read part of my book, The Float. It's not done yet, but I'm gonna read what the fuck I got. So with that book, just take it as fiction. Don't take it as real life. Take it as fiction. It's a concept. And we're gonna read what I've written there in the next video. So I'm trying to provide you with as much evidence as possible that I can possibly think of that I'm really Lain Iwakura, just so that someone believes me, I guess. And then, maybe I've gotten my point across, so that's all I really have to say here.